Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Everyone. Hello, 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 hello. So we'll be starting the event pretty soon. So there's plenty of room here, and there's a lot of seats there too. So those that are standing behind, please do come and take some seats here, and we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of room there, and we can even like flip those if you want. All right, and yeah, those that are standing, if you want to, sit, there's room here. All right. All right. How are you all doing? Awesome. All right. So you're all more enthusiastic than me at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. in the day. I'm already pretty tired. So hopefully we can keep today's session engaging and also informative. And with that said, I'll take a quick show of hands just to see who's in the room, what people have, and things like that. So first timers here to this event. All right, thank you. And first time in Capital Factory. All right, quite a few, thank you. And first time in Austin, or pretty recent moved to Austin? Okay, thank you. Welcome to Austin, by the way. So, all right, so we have a few things that we cover in this event today. But just before we start the event, I'll just give a quick intro, and then we'll move on to the main session. And so I'm Suman Poluri. I've been doing the Austin Startup Meetup for the last 7 years, thanks to Capital Factory. We have been fortunate to have like a lot of founders from the Austin ecosystem and beyond come here and share a lot of what they're doing, what's working for them, what's not working for them, how they're building their companies, and what companies they want to build, and all those things. So, and the purpose of the meetup is just that. We want to have that first-hand experiences that founders go through, in building their companies. Come here and share that first-hand experiences with others. So, everyone wants to see great companies come from the Austin ecosystem, and sharing sharing that information and helping each other is one way to to see that we all build good, great companies, and also we all see others in the community build wonderful companies, right? So with that said, we have a few types of sessions throughout the year. There's some speaking sessions like we had last month. There's some networking events like we do prior to South by Southwest, and there's also pitch and information sharing sessions as well, like we do today. And with that said, if you all need certain topics for me to cover, or if you want me to bring certain experts to talk about specific things that you all want to see, like patents or marketing or sales or whatever, you just drop me a line, and I can get some experts to talk about those things. And firstly, as I said, thanks to Capital Factory, we've been having this meetup for a long time. And for those that are new to Capital Factory, this is the place to be if you're an entrepreneur in Austin. And there's hundreds of events that happen here throughout the month. And they also partner with South by Southwest and do a lot of events around that as well. And they also have a co-working space, a investment portion of their thing, and also the mentorship and advisory portion that comes with the membership that Capital Factory offers. So if you want to know more about Capital Factory, do go to capitalfactory.com, or you can talk to Elijah. That's at the front desk, and you can get more information about what Capital Factory can offer for you. Beyond that, Founder Dash is another sponsor, so they're building some tools to make founders' lives easier to get going with an idea to all the way towards an exit. So if you all want to know more about Founder Dash, do check out founderdash.com. I think they're coming up with a public beta, I think this month, and there'll be some discounts for people that are coming to this event as well. And lastly, JetBrains is offering a free license for that I can share with the group. So today we'll also be doing a raffle. So for those that are oriented towards development and use JetBrains products, you'll probably find that helpful. And for those that don't know what JetBrains is, I mean they create some of the most widely used developer platforms and developer toolkits. So you can go to jetbrains.com for more information there. And this is the typical flow we go through. For the event, we do some networking. I give some intro and information about the ecosystem, and then we go to the lightning pitches and shoutouts, and then we'll do a raffle as well, and then we break out into networking and wrap it up. All right. So with that said, for those that are looking for upcoming deadlines for accelerator programs or any incubators or any of those things, I mean, there's some deadlines coming up. I think the September 16th is already passed, but CTAN also has one more cycle of funding for this year. So that would be, I think, in a month or so. So do check out, CTAN is Central Texas Angel Network. So they do also have office hours. So you can check out their website and Twitter channel to see if and when they open that office hours and things like that. And Y Combinator's 2025 batch application deadline is close by, so just wanted to make sure those that are planning to apply, don't forget about that. And Austin Technology Incubator is part of the UT Austin ecosystem of entrepreneurship programs, and they have a rolling application schedule, so you can anytime go there and find out more about that. And same with JBTVL, which is also part of the UT Austin ecosystem of venture organizations. So, and Capital Factory also has, on a periodic basis, some deadlines for various programs that they do. So do check out Capital Factory as well. Upcoming events. For those that are looking for a fun event to pitch, you can go to Pitch a Kid. It is run by one of the very well-connected persons in the Austin ecosystem, I think Mike Millard. And yeah, you just pitch to a bunch of kids, and if you can convince them, maybe you'll have a good chance of convincing your customers too. So that's on October 12th. And 14th to 18th, we have the San Antonio Startup Week. And following that, we have the 13th Annual A-List Awards by the Opportunity Austin group. And on the 25th in San Antonio, there's the annual Tech Fuel competition, 100K pitch competition, the finals. I mean, the applications and the initial, I think, rounds are already done. So the finals are coming up soon. So if you're going to San Antonio, do check it out during that time. And then we have the TechCrunch Disrupt in, I think, San Francisco, maybe. In the later part of the month, and then that's followed by the Austin Startup Week here, 20th to November 1st, and then we also have the Venture Dallas on the 30th. So just a few events in and around Austin, as well as a couple of national events as well. All right, so for those that are new to the startup world, I'll just go through a few quick slides to give a sneak peek of what's in Austin and what can you look for. There's the F6S and AngelList. Those are platforms where you can find information about startups, and on F6S you can also apply to various accelerator programs and incubators and things like that too. Local accelerator programs, there's quite a few. Mass Challenge is a equity-free program, so you don't need to give up any equity in your company to be part of that program. And it's a pretty well-known program. I highly suggest or recommend, if you can, apply to the program. They have a chapter here in Austin, one in Houston, and maybe one in Dallas too. I don't know about the Dallas one yet, but I think they may have a Dallas one too. Founder Institute has a lot of chapters around the country, so they do have one in Austin too. So it's run by some good people here, so you can check out Founder Institute's schedule for applications. And we already talked about Austin Technology Incubator. Bunker Labs was a program for veteran-owned startups. I think they have recently merged with another veteran organization and are doing a national level programs as well. So you can check out Bunker Labs. Divink, they mostly focus on social good and diversity-related initiatives. So that's a good accelerator program for people looking for those kind of startups too. And there's SKU, which focuses on CPG. So if you're running a CPG startup, SKU, Austin would be a good bet. So talk to those folks there. They also have a chapter in New York as well. And JBTVL, we talked about that. Sputnik is a great program. They look for startups that, that are going to be the next, whatever, 100 billion or 100 million or $1 billion companies. So they want to invest in fast-growing startups, and they kind of like have a program plus an investment focus into the startups that they take. And Techstars has not been doing any programs in Austin, if I'm not wrong. I don't know what's the current status of Techstars Austin. I know there's a lot of churn happening in Techstars, so I will have to see. International Accelerator focuses on startups that have cross-border founding teams, or maybe the founders overseas wanting to set up a US presence, and also they help with a lot of the issues that that come across the teams that have international or cross-border teams and things like that. So, and this is a small list. There's a lot of other programs that happen in Austin. You can easily find them. If not, just drop me a line and I'll try to get you a more exhaustive list or something that you're looking for. And coming to the VCs and angels and syndicates, there's quite a few here in Austin, and this is already probably a very small list of what we have here, compared to just a few years back as well. I mean, this is, there's so much more, happening in Austin with, VCs and funding these days. So Active Capital and Geekdom Fund, they're in San Antonio. Live Oak Partners, Silverton, CTAN. I think there's also Next Coast Ventures and all of them here in S3 and a few others here in Austin. And Alamo Angels is in San Antonio again, if I'm not wrong. And Quake Capital is in Austin. Beam Angel Network is not doing any more investments. I think they've changed their focus. And I think we also have Antler here in the room as well, which I haven't put in here. So we'll bring them up and they can talk about a few things about Antler as well. Awesome. So with that said, some additional resources here for people that are new to the startup world and to Austin as well. So we already talked about AngelList and F6S. Everyone knows about LinkedIn. There's two Facebook groups called Austin Digital Jobs and Austin Tech Volunteers, where you can find jobs in the digital ecosystem as well as the volunteership or opportunities in the tech volunteership space. Those are Facebook groups, and now coming to the meetups, there's quite a few great meetups that are happening here related to startups and tech. For example, TechMap co-founders and Fiesta are two great meetups that I would encourage people to go to. Those are, where you can find a lot of other founders in the ecosystem and also network a lot. Um, Austin Startups and Texas Startups are two Facebook groups that have quite a few, people in the ecosystem in Austin and Texas, and the larger Texas ecosystem as well. Um, Coming to the newsletters, Texas Squared and Austin Startup Digest are two top newsletters I would recommend people to check out. And from the news standpoint, I mean, Silicon Hills News and Built in Austin and Austin Business Journal cover a lot of the news in the startup ecosystem and the business ecosystem here, so do check them out as well. And for those that are looking to have a more self-paced program, there's a program by Y Combinator, a free program by Y Combinator called Startup School. You can go to startupschool.org and you can register yourself there and do a self-paced 10-week course. And they also have like a co-founder matching program as well. You can even find co-founders through their program. So do check out startupschool.org. And for those who are new to Austin, I would say go to local meetups. There's plenty of meetups happening here, from sales to tech to marketing to you name it. And great way to meet people. And then, compared to maybe many other cities, Austin is a pretty small city in a way, but then you can find a lot of the crowd, at a lot of these meetups and have more deeper connections rather than just seeing a bunch of new faces every time. So do take advantage of all the local meetups. And there's a couple of other informational things I put there. Startupinfomatters.com is a resource that is run by one of the people in the Austin ecosystem. So it has a lot of information about various things, various resources in the Austin startup ecosystem. Do check it out. And then Hacker News and Indie Hackers are very popular forums where you can find a lot of discussions happening around startups as well. So with that said, if you're, I know building startups is hard. A lot of people start with 1 or 2 people teams, and then they kind of like burn the midnight oil building their startups. So many early stage teams need a lot of help. And so if you need some help, whether it's testing your product and service or spreading the word or looking for additional help to build the products and things like that, just drop us a line. Don't be shy. We'll share it with the group, and then you may find someone in the group that may be able to help you build those things or help you with what you're looking for. And I know a lot of people are moving to Austin as well. So if you're looking for jobs, especially in the startup and tech ecosystem, again, let us know, and we'll try to help you connect with people that are hiring and or companies that are hiring. All right, so usually we have the meetup the first Monday every month. So the next one is November 4th. As I said, any topics of interest that you want me to cover, let me know about those, and I can cover those and bring in experts and have that information. So before we go to the next section of this event, I have a QR code on the screen there. So anyone that wants to, get enrolled into that raffle, just take a screenshot of that, or just open that, and then I'll go to the next slide. I'll keep it on for a couple of minutes. And so right now we're at 6:41. So what we'll do is we'll do some pitches, and then I'll also go through a few additional informational resources at the end. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll sweep through the room from my right to the left, and then we'll pick anyone that wants to come in and do pitches, and then so we'll do maybe 3 kinds of things. I mean, there are people that are working on startups, or working on their products or ideas, so that can be public, or you're just working on it, you haven't released it publicly, or you're just thinking about some idea, you want some feedback. So don't be shy, just come here and tell us what you are working on or what you're intending to work on, and we'll take some questions from the audience, and you can also maybe connect with people in the audience that could help you with those things as well. That's one thing, and then there's also people that are here that are looking to hire someone, that are looking to team up with someone, like a co-founder or a sales or marketing or whatever it is. So you can come here and give a shout out that, hey, we are so-and-so startup, or blah, blah, blah. We are hiring for or we're looking for a product manager, or we're looking for a sales expert. You can do a shout out. The third thing is for people that are here looking for an opportunity to work at a startup, or you're looking to team up with someone, you're an expert in, say, marketing, and you want to help someone with your expertise, that's also fine. You can come here and just state who you are, what you do, what your expertise is, and what you want to help with, and people in the audience can make a note of that, and then reach out to you when we break into the networking later. So with that said, we'll start from here and see, is there anyone that wants to come here and talk about your startup, your idea, your product, or any shout out for, you want to share your experience with others, or anyone here? Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm hosting a medical event. It's going to be next week. It's called Austin Med Device Meetup. It's a free event. It's going to be at Capital Factory at Voltron. This is open to anyone who works in healthcare or is curious about healthcare. Thank you.
So what was that? The meetup name? Austin Med Device. October 14th here in the Capital Factory at 6. Okay, awesome. So anyone in the medical device space, you can go to that meetup, and or you can recommend any of your colleagues that are looking to that. All right. So anyone else here before we go? Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Can you guys hear me? Is this working? Testing, testing. Yeah. All right. Happy Monday. Can I get a quick raise of hands if you have someone in your family over the age of 70? Amazing. Will you raise them if they're in a care facility? So not so many people in care facilities? Okay, awesome. So that's what I'm trying to solve for. So I'm working on a company right now. It's called Grand, and we're trying to monitor your loved ones that live independently and give you updates on their well-being so that they don't have to go to a care facility. So looking for a few types of people. One, if you have a loved one and want to talk to me about it, I'd love to talk with you. And then if you have any knowledge in the space of healthcare or cognitive decline, I'd love to talk to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you. What was the name of the company again? Sorry.
It's called Grand, but it's callgrand.com.
Grand.com? Call Grand. Oh, callgrand.com. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, just one more thing I wanted to also state was for anyone coming here and sharing their product or service or company, just make a note of that. And if you like those products or services, or if you think one of the people in your or any of the people in your circles may benefit from those, just spread the word, sign up, just use those applications. And if you like those, great. Give some great feedback to the founder and spread the word again. And if you don't like those, also just don't go to Google and then put a bad review out there. Just come to the founder and tell them why you didn't like them. So at this stage, early stages, the best thing that we can give to the founders is feedback, right? So let's encourage those founders and just get them feedback. So anyone else here? Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
All right, how's everybody doing? Good. Great, good to hear it. So my name is Zane Stewart. I'm one of the co-founders of a company called Lead Nitro. To give you a bit of background about who I am and what my team and I represent, we're a bunch of recent university graduates actually from UT Austin. Yeah, go Longhorns. And with that, we've decided as a team to really focus on what a lot of young companies are struggling with, which can often be sales. Sales is a very time-consuming, grindy, manual, and disheartening process a lot of the time, especially if you don't like doing it. And as the basically person in charge of sales for my team, what we've done is developed software to automate through guided AI and machine learning principles and technology some of those manual sales tasks, like writing emails or generating and finding leads, to even logging down all of the information in a record management software instead of keeping things on like a very messy Excel spreadsheet, right? So what we're trying to do is automate and solve those manual tasks by reducing the workload, the time, and allow people to focus more on calling or attending events like this one. Because often, direct connections with people lead to better, higher quality sales. So having somebody or something like software automate that work for you could be beneficial. And right now, I'm very proud to talk about this. So I've gone to these meetings for, the past 6 months or so. And we've gone from our recent client numbers have jumped from nothing at the start of the year to 35. So thank you. Thank you very much. It's all come through mostly people that I've met through events like this. So if you're really looking for a software tool, you can try it for 60 days for free. Please give us your feedback. We're really just trying to help small businesses with sales, so that way they can focus on things like marketing or product development and stuff like that. So I'll take any questions if there's time. Yes, and we're revenue generating. That's also big. We'll be looking for funding also in January. So if anybody is interested in that or knows anybody in the funding space in Austin, that would be super helpful to connect after this. But just wanted to come up here, say thank you to this event space, and also just take any questions or connect with anybody after this if anybody is interested in our software. So thank you. Any questions? All right, thank you.
Great job. Thank you. I think next.
Thanks. Howdy, folks. My name's Nick Alter. I am currently looking for other people that have really cool hats. Actually, no. Seriously, I really want to know who else has a really cool hat in here. Nobody. Come on, guys. Killing me. All right, guys. So we have launched recently something called Founder's Best Friend. Worked with a guy named Dave Daniel over here. And what we've done is who in here knows what stage of at market we're currently in? How many here are actually founders that you're doing a startup? You actually own a company, right? How many of you guys know whether or not you're at a position of adoption or sustainability or discovery or some kind of existential perspective? Very good. So here's the thing, though. Do you know what resources you need to deploy right now in your business to get you to the next level? Do you know what the next level actually is? Do you know where you need to go next? Do you know what stage you're currently at? Do you know exactly what you need to be doing today and exactly what you need to prioritize in order to know what resources, because we all have very limited resources because we are startups, right? And how do we actually then deploy those resources to get us to exactly where do we need to go next? How many of you in here are trying to scale right now? Have you achieved sustainability yet? So you're not trying to scale yet. You're trying to get to sustainability first, right? So what we've done is we've created a platform and we've created a visualized framework and methodology for how you actually figure out how to map exactly what you're trying to bring to market, what you're trying to sell, and how you align that with exactly what it is and the actions and the resources you need to be deploying right now to get you to where you need to go exactly next. We call this Founder's Best Friend. We have a free community that we ask all of you guys to come join that we're pumping up. And then basically, we actually give away this framework for free. And so want to give that to all of you guys. There's videos about it. We got courses to help you guys get started that are free. And for anybody that's interested in our accelerated programs, we can talk about that next. But yeah, our mission is to get you to where you need to go and eventually get you connected to the capital you need to get connected to, but really to get you connected to the customers that you really are trying to champion, right? So that's what we do. You go to foundersbestfriend.com, and that's where we'll get you started. Thanks so much.
Do you want to take any questions or? Do you want to take any questions? Sure. Any questions? Okay. Awesome. All right. So that's foundersbestfriend.com. All right. So do check it out. And I think there was one more person here. Okay, we'll go to you, sir, and then yeah. Yeah.
Sorry for the laptop. 1 second. Yo, I'm Darian. I'm an independent designer doing his first startup with a group of 3. Basically, our startup is a fitness app. Think Groupon meets Snapchat. It's a SaaS product, allows businesses and wellness platforms to post their information, get their name out there, and attract millennials, Gen Z, et cetera, to the businesses. Very small team. Most of the design is done. I've done most of the design myself. If you want to see it, I have a pitch deck here whenever available to anybody. But yeah, pretty simple app. The Snapchat meets Groupon, and yeah, that's it. Iceberg. Yeah, Iceberg. I haven't actually launched a website yet. Yeah. I'm just DarianBrown.com for all of my products. So you have like an early introduction to the slideshow deck on my website and everything. Yeah. And pass it back to you.
Thank you. So, oh yeah, we'll come to you after.
So actually, I was going to start with pitching a residency. So I'm here with the Antler Residency VC. We're down the street, and there's a bunch of founders here tonight from the current cohort. So that was something that I would just want to share with everyone. And then the business I'm working on is a marketplace for founders to get advice from other founders. So it's called Build-A-Like. It's similar to intro.com. But I'm actually going to ask you guys for feedback tonight. So we are trying to figure out how to make this more affordable or who our specific customer is. So if you are a founder or if you can step into the shoes of a founder, I'd love to know what would make you guys book a session with another founder and why. So is there anyone that could see themselves doing that? Go ahead. Thank you. That's very interesting.
Actually, I just ran into a founder on my way here. What would make me look and spend time with someone is their experience. What have they done as a founder? What milestones have they reached, and are they profitable? So I did reach someone prior to this, so it's been a good day.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you. Very good insights.
So I'm a founder, I'm working in hard tech space. So meeting fellow founders who are in hard tech, especially in wearable, that's very important for me because it's a limited space. People usually nowadays go software. So that's why I was involved there.
Okay. And one last question. I would love to do a price check. So I'm going to go like here, here, and here. And if it gets to be like too high, like let me know. It's like if would you guys pay $20? That's kind of how I'm going to do it. So like raise your hand if you would pay for a meeting. Raise your hand if you would pay $20 to meet with a founder in your area. Okay. What about 50? 100? Okay. 500. Okay. Thank you so much. I was hoping to understand pricing as well. So last but not least, I am looking for a co-founder for my idea. So if anyone's interested, let me know. And if you want to sign up as an expert, we're launched for onboarding experts at buildalike.com/start. So welcome to join.
So just to kind of like get that website up again, Build a Lake. Build alike. Okay. Yeah, build alike. Okay. Buildalike.com. Awesome. So do check it out. And so we'll come to, we'll go to that person. Come. Okay.
Aloha. My name is Augusto Leal. I am the CEO and founder of Melodiso. The number one problem in music is that music education is boring and outdated. You want to pick up an instrument, you got to learn the instrument, you got to learn the fingerings for the instrument, you got to learn scales and songs and all this bullshit until you get to the best part of music, which is jamming with your friends. At Melodiso, we've completely flipped the script. With no musical experience, you're going to pick up your phone and you're going to start jamming with an AI bot from day one. We're going to teach you music theory concepts so you know why you sound good. And you're going to have this interactive experience where you get to jam on your very first time interfacing with music. From our first beta testers, the results are amazing. People are picking up their guitars, pianos, feeling confident in their ability to start an instrument for the first times in their lives. We are growing really fast. We've got a lot of traction, and I am recruiting nonstop. So if you're an excellent designer, engineer, marketer, music fanatic, please come talk to me because we need all hands on deck. Thank you. And sign up at melodiso.com. For the design perspective is the UI and the flow, improving it, tailoring it. From the marketer, just figuring out our go-to-market, making it more sticky in terms of our brand narrative, stories, et cetera, et cetera. Who's your audience? Great question. We're mostly focused on 13 to 18-year-olds because those are the folks that are going to make ours go viral. And once you create a melody on Melodiso, what we do is we take that melody and we allow you to create a full song out of it and share it with your friends. So our target audience is 13 to 18-year-olds, but frankly, our user base right now, we've got everyone from 13-year-olds to 75-year-olds that are saying, oh my gosh, this is a great way to learn music. I wish I'd started much earlier. Yeah.
If they're using their phone to learn, how can they ensure they're strumming their guitar correctly?
So we're not focused on the instrumentation. We have a virtual keyboard that you're going to be clicking on, and you're going to learn the music theory concepts so that when you go pick up a guitar or you get on a real piano, you actually have this fundamental framework on how to create music and improvise.
Have you seen it translate over into like real prowess on an instrument?
Yeah, absolutely. Because once you understand the concepts, the instrument's just a matter of articulating the fingers. But the hardest part about music is getting to the music theory part, which we give you on your very first attempt. Yeah. Like I told them, we have a virtual keyboard, but we're not just for pianists. But the piano is the easiest way to learn music theory, and frankly, on your phone, it's the easiest one to click around. But when you apply the concepts from Melodiso, you can take it to a trumpet, trombone, whatever. It's all the same. If you sign up, we might get you access to our beta, but right now it's closed. Go for it. From an engineering perspective, we need better data flow in terms of capturing the user's data and what they're inputting, transferring that over to machine learning. What else do we need? It's like, what do we not need? We have so many features in our roadmap that we just need more bodies to kind of crank out and really understand what we're building. Are you an engineer? Well, we should talk. It's a great question. There's a lot of who's our greatest competitor. There's a lot of people that are teaching music with apps. Even Duolingo now has Duolingo Music. And so there's a lot of players, but what they're all doing and what they're not focused on is they're focused on rote memorization of songs. So Duolingo is going to have you learn Mary Had a Little Lamb or this new cool song by whomever, the Chainsmokers. Whereas no one's focused on teaching you the tools to actually create your own music. And that's where we come in, where we're actually going to teach you the skills to improvise on your first day. So we have a lot of competitors, but no one's teaching music the Melodiso way. Thank you. Sign up, melodiso.com. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, thank you. And yeah, we'll take this and come back.
Hey everybody, I'm Stan. I'm from Malaysia. Any other Malaysians? No, didn't think so. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to do a really quick survey. Where I am with my startup is we came up with an idea, we got like an enterprise client, and now I'm really trying to understand kind of what the market sentiment is and whether people think it's useful. So what I'd love a show of hands is, do any of you run a sales team with at least 3 people? You can be the sales manager and like 2 business development people, something like that. Sorry, can I get a hands up high just so I can see? It's okay. Okay, cool. And for those of you that do that, how many of you are actually processing or following up with your sales reps in terms of their transcriptions and understanding the insights they're having from their conversations? And I think there's a couple of you that didn't do that. Would you mind answering kind of why not? Is it because of a compliance issue, a security issue, invasiveness? What is it that stops you from doing that? Anybody? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. So is it like okay, got it. Got it. Does anybody have any other main issues? Yep.
I think a barrier to it historically has just been like time and not being able to see who's speaking when. So like being able to parse out whether it's the sales rep or the prospect that you're speaking to, and then being able to like have a transcription that like you can quickly utilize and annotate has been allowed us to actually utilize the feature rather than
Got it.
just being something that we want to use.
Got it. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share anything? No? Okay. That sounds good. Basically, I think what we're trying to do is be able to use AI to help you process the transcripts to figure out whether your sales reps are adhering to sales playbook or whether there are insights from like the conversations from customers. Like for example, when they mention you, what are the keywords they use? Or when they mention your competitors, how do they think you rank compared to your competitors? Are you more cost effective? Are you more expensive? Are you cheaper? Insights like that. If that kind of topic interests you, come talk to me. But otherwise, thank you very much for your time.
Awesome, thank you. And before we go to the next round of folks that want to come and talk about their startups, let me just do the raffle. By the way, did you all, or whoever wants to participate in the raffle, did you all already scan that? If not, I'll give like another 10 seconds before I go on to doing the raffle. All right. 3 more seconds. All right, we'll go to the raffle. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it's if the internet is great here. Let me just try again. Okay, let me do it from my phone. We'll go to the next session, the next one for speaking anyway. I think this has some internet issues, so I'll come back to the raffle in just a second. I think there's one, and then we'll come here, and then we'll go there. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh.
Hello. My name is Zain Mukadi, and right now I'm working on a piece of software called Medcron AI. Lawyers employ paralegals to kind of make a summary of events when they're dealing with personal injury law. This summary of events, as in the summary of injuries that their client has gone through, is often used in cases and can take up to 2 to 3 days to process. And if a lawyer is processing this, it can cost, you're costing the firm like $200 an hour for 3 days. And if you have a paralegal hired, you're costing the firm maybe $30 an hour for 3 days, right? So that's, hundreds, potentially thousands of dollars being wasted on a redundant task. So we're basically employing automation to make these medcrons instant. And the biggest challenge here for us is ensuring we capture all the relevant data. We have 3 law firms that are willing to participate in our user testing process. So right now we're just looking to build a moat because right now between us and ChatGPT, there's a small difference, but we really need to iterate, get a few cycles in, and hopefully we can build a small moat and then get some clients. So we're just trying to automate a simple piece of a redundant task that lawyers have to do, creating medical chronologies. It's Medcron AI. We don't have a website. We're just talking to people manually and interviewing manually. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Oh yeah, does anybody have any questions about the product? Yeah, we're targeting personal injury lawyers because they're the ones who create these medical chronologies. They create the chronology so they can prove that, the client, like let's say you hit somebody with your car, you want to prove that the injury was there before they got hit with the car so that the lawyer can absolve the person of responsibility. I feel like maybe I didn't explain it correctly. It's a little awkward to explain, so maybe I'll get the pitch down a little better for next time. But yeah. Not right now. Right now, I feel like we have clear next steps. We have 3-4 people lined up that we're looking to talk to. After we talk to them, we're gonna just sit down and go from there. So yeah, right now we just have a very clear next step. So, unless somebody knows something blatant that I'm missing, but I just feel we have the 3 people to talk to. Once we talk to them, we're gonna sit down and go from there.
Thank you. Right. Next, we'll get here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Don Bartusiak. I'm the founder of a company called CSI, which stands for Collaborative Systems Integration. I want to use this opportunity to just let you all know that we're recruiting for talent, and I'll tell you the nature of the request in just a second. The title of the positions that we're looking for would be DevOps engineers. So this would be people with either computer science, networking, electrical engineering types of backgrounds. A little bit about the company. We've been in existence for about 4 years. Our business is systems integration services and software development for industrial control systems. We are disrupting an industry where the total addressable market is in the range of $30 to $300 billion a year. My company has been revenue positive since year 1. We were profitable in year 3. We're growing quickly, and we're looking for talent. So if you or anybody in your network has those characteristics, again, DevOps engineer with only a modest amount of industrial experience. The company is based in Austin, but my talent is spread around the country, and we actually work internationally as well. Again, Collaborative Systems Integration, CSI. If you're looking for that type of work, or if you know somebody who is, I'd be happy to talk with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think we'll go to, yes, sir, and then we'll come back.
Hi, my name is Tapan Chaudhary. I have a startup of my own called, it's in fleet management. It's called TruckX, just like SpaceX. TruckX. I just moved to Austin. This is actually my first day here at Capital Factory from Lake Tahoe, and I was in the Bay Area for 12 years. Just wanted to extend to see if anyone is interested. I'm looking to meet other founders, investors. I do invest in some startups as well, mainly in B2B enterprise software. My current startup I'm doing for 6 to 7 years. We have done collectively around 30 million plus in SaaS revenue in B2B. So happy to help in any advice. I have experience myself, specifically brainstorming helps a lot. So if anyone is interested, happy to kind of chat and kind of, tear apart the ideas. Thank you. So TruckX, we do fleet management software for large semi-trucks. So we have AI machine learning cameras that are deployed on the trucks. We also have some devices that connects to the diagnostic port, and we track the driving hours for the drivers. We're bootstrapped, so we never raise money. But it's been running for 6, 7 years. We have done around $30 million in revenue in SaaS.
All right. So yeah, we'll sweep the room this way. So we'll first. You wanted to come in? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's come this way then. Yeah, we'll sweep this way. So. Okay. Yes, we'll get that. Sorry, didn't mean to like.
No worries. Yeah. All right. How's everybody doing? Good. So my name is James Wilson, and this is my wife, Christina Wilson. She's a nurse at the Children's Hospital, and I created a medical device. So we're going to be going to the medical device meetup next week. So it's great to talk with you. But so essentially, I created a device that will help hospital pharmacists fill up medical syringes in a much more efficient and ergonomic manner. I learned CAD and I learned 3D printing. I created a prototype, so we have multiple prototypes, working prototypes. So right now we're at the point where we are trying to figure out how to get, like a pre-production prototype, trying to get, manufacturing done. And so, yeah, just if we could talk to people and try and find mentors or anyone that can help out with that, we're really excited about that.
So I am good friends. I've been a pediatric oncology nurse, and before that I was in critical care for 14 years. So I'm close friends with the pharmacy managers, so they have provided us with supplies needed to create this prototype. So we do know that it works. The current method that they're using, it causes a lot of pain on their fingers because the way that so it causes carpal tunnel syndrome. A lot of pharmacy techs who do this, they have to fill 350 to 400 syringes a day. That's the need for the hospital. And so it's around the clock filling of these syringes. And a couple of pharmacy techs per year have to take time off to get carpal tunnel surgery. And they'll never get that full function back in their fingers. So what Jimmy created was this device where it's super easy. You grab some handles, you push them down. It locks in place, and then it continues to fill the syringe on its own. So essentially, if hospital pharmacies wanted to buy 2 or 3 of them, they could set the first one, let it continue to fill, go to the second one, let it continue to fill, go to the third one, let it continue to fill. Go to the first one, pull it back, cap it, and then just keep going over and over. Without hurting their hands. We're patent pending. We just submitted for our non-provisional patent application. And so, but everybody knows who's done this process. It takes a while for you to get like that full patent. Yeah. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I have a question. You said
Yeah.
they have working prototype, right?
Yeah.
Where can we learn more about it? Another question is that you said the nurses have to fill 300 something per day. We
Yeah.
have a working prototype. How many can they fill now? Or can hospitals fill now?
So it essentially cuts it in half, the time in half, which is, so we did some testing between.
We have videos we recorded in our kitchen. And we kind of raced. So I did it manually, the way that the pharmacists are currently filling up the syringes, and he did it using his 2 prototypes. And he was able to fill 7 in the time it took me to fill 3. And my hands hurt. They were like cramping by the 3rd one. So if you can imagine, these pharmacy techs, whenever they go into their shift, they're working 12 hours doing nothing but this. And we only did this for 5 minutes, but yeah, But sorry, what was your first question though?
Where can we learn more about that?
Oh, so yeah, we have a website. It just like basically describes what the device is. It's called the SAVE device. Stands for Syringe Aspiration Volume Efficiency Device. And yeah,
The website's a work in progress, but we will have more information on there soon. Yeah. So, yeah. So we're just at the point where we've got it all. We just need to know, the next step. So, his website talking about like, what are the next steps. We do need help with, trying to figure out manufacturing of this, because, some of the materials, we do need them to be sterilizable, and we need to figure out how that's all going to work out. So just getting to the next step, essentially. Oh, sorry about that. Essentially, just getting to that next step, taking this prototype to a finished product, essentially. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Are there any legalities or any approvals that that would be required, or are you good to just make it and supply it to the pharmacies?
So it does not need FDA approval because it's not actually touching any of the medicine. It's not touching any of the. It's not touching the patient. It's not. Well, it's also not. It's only touching the vial, the IV bag, and the syringe. So there are no parts of it that are actually going to touch any of the patient or the medicine that's required for it. So, yeah.
Are you guys thinking about maybe licensing it to somebody so you guys don't have to deal with manufacturing and distribution challenges?
Yeah, so that's another one that we've been looking into. So that's why we kind of are looking for mentors as well to help us, figure out what is that next step, what's the best, process going forward. But yeah, that is something that we have considered as well. Yeah. So. Okay. All good. Okay. Thank you.
Technical issues resolved, so let's do that and then go to the next speaker. Alrighty, so let's see who's gonna win. All right, anchung7@gmail.com. So, yes, sir. Congratulations, and yeah. So, yeah, just after this event, I'll send you an email with the license code, and you can start using them. Thank you very much. So now we have, I think, you wanted to present? No, you can start after you.
Hi, my name's Monica. I am the co-founder and co-CEO of Airship XP. My founder was looking to ship a simple iPhone, and he bought it. He went to ship it. It was $350 to ship this from New York to South Africa. And he said, there's got to be a better way to do this. There's got to be a better way that costs less money. So who's traveling? Then he looked at retailers. How many of their carts were abandoned? It turns out between 53 and 78% of carts are abandoned due to shipment costs. That means that's money that's left on the table from every retailer that's looking to ship or that's looking to increase their margins. So Airship XP solves for that. We're a P2P platform, person to person or business to person platform that sends packages with existing customers by air. So I know you're gonna have a million questions and I'm prepared. So we've been grilled. Go ahead, shoot.
I think I've heard of this before in many forums, like Facebook groups, and
Okay.
also the challenges of building a marketplace. I assume you're aware of all those. Can you just share
Sure. There are 3 other concepts out there right now working. One is in Bangladesh, one is in Singapore, and then there's one in Canada. Why isn't there one in the United States? Logistical nightmares, and I would also say compliance. So that's what we took on head on. And if it's working in Canada, Singapore, Bangladesh, the Bangladesh company is already shipping 10 million packages a year using this concept. So I'm open if you have questions. Go ahead.
How do you guys deal with customs?
That's a great question. So usually you have to fill out a customs form, it's 5 days, for those of you who don't know. That shipment paperwork,
5 days, add 2, 7 days to get something internationally shipped. We have them fill out the customs form and it gets sent with the existing flight, person who's taking a flight. That means you can get an international shipment within 24 hours. And then at our cost, we're saving 75% on your shipment costs.
I'm sorry. Again,
Go ahead.
As an instance,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm partly Turkish. In Turkey,
Yeah.
customers change every single day.
Yep.
So one day you go to take your stuff, they will be like, hey, okay, it's $30
Mhm.
to pay for the customs.
Yep.
Same item next day, it's $50. What if customer says, hey, I paid for this item $10 and the customs is $50?
That's a good question. I lived in Lima, Peru for 7 years. I'm familiar. I'm familiar with sending packages to a country where you'd have to go in and you pay tax on gifts. So we account for those things, and there's communication between the carrier and the shipper. But yes, that's going to happen, and the person who's in that country as the receiver is going to know that that happens through customs. But they only check a certain amount of bags. They're not going to check every single bag. You have your custom form. You have to be selected. So that's another, there is a chance, 1 out of, I think it's 10 people or so. Any other questions? Sure.
I do have a question. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that in the beginning. So you're saying that you're using existing passengers to ship stuff?
Right. So let's say you're flying from New York to South Africa, and there's a package that needs to be shipped from New York to South Africa. Whether that's in the cargo space or whether that's in another luggage, you can send this iPhone or a crate of these iPhones from New York to South Africa.
And how do you deal with the last mile delivery?
Last mile delivery, that's up to the carrier right now. But we have a solution in future dev. So I can't talk about everything, but we've got that sorted. Go ahead.
What's to stop you from selling illicit goods on the platform?
That's a great question. I love that question. So we comply with, we have a couple, this was a great project to do because we got to talk to people from the DEA. We got to talk to people from the FBI. We had informants from eBay. So we learned a lot. So for example, they ship guns and if they don't want it, you can't ship a rifle or a gun, right? But they could ship them in their components and then assemble them at the delivery point. So there's a list that eBay carries which shows certain items, and then those items would have to be put together. So we have informants in the form of consultants that share with that. Plus, we don't ship anything that can't go on an airline. That's why we chose air to start with. Yeah. Any other questions? Shoot. Oh.
Are you looking for talent?
Are we looking for talent? We are looking for talent. We are going to form our own dev team. We have an MVP model that's going into beta on next Monday. We're looking for developers, and then I am looking for a marketing person. I'm a marketer, but that's not my role here, and I can do great strategy, but I really need some talent to help me bring it to life. I'm sorry, what?
What kind of developer?
I'd like a full stack, if you can do it. What kind of marketer? Someone that's really good at, I would say, social media and following lead, strong lead. I'm sorry, I think I took up a lot of questions. Okay, go ahead, shoot. Yep. We do. So we're doing a background check on each of the carriers, and full background check, and then we're integrated with an IAM software, Identity Access Management software. And then we have rating of them, and then if they miss a delivery more than once, then they're off our platform. We do. So they're insured by the airline, but we offer a supplementary insurance. My co-founder is from the insurance agency. And he's a startup. That was his first company. So.
Any other questions? Did you say, is it only in the US, or did you say it's like international as well?
It's international as well. Yep. So we're hubless. Most of the hubs, so let's say I'm going to ship with UPS or FedEx. Most of those have a hub. So if you're shipping from Austin to Austin, it's going to go Austin to Indiana to Austin. So think about the global footprint and the greenhouse gas emissions that's being emitted just by your daily Amazon deliveries. And by 2025, they have to report in their SEC filings exactly how much they're reducing their global carbon footprint. So, okay.
All right, so I think there's a few people here. So I'm sorry. No, yeah. So we'll go with you, and then you, and then you. So that's, yeah. We'll start with you, and then go one by one. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Robert Forey. I'm at a very early stage of this. So I'll be talking to the stage guy in the hat back there later. I just want to do a quick little survey. How many people here have more than 100 unread emails in their email box? Okay. So that's what I'm working on is a solution. I've built a framework to use AI to cascading parse these kind of things, and so I'll be out here selling that to you in a month or two. So thank you for your votes. Any questions? No. Thank you.
Do you already have a website or anything yet?
No, it's not live yet.
Not live yet. Okay. Let us know when it's live.
Hello. Where's this? This good? Seems good. Hello, everyone. I'm Maya. I am, been in tech for 10 years. Been volunteering for a local search and rescue organization for 2 or 3. AI gets me really excited, but I don't know. I can't get on board with the modern uses of it. Every year, 600,000 people go missing. Natural disasters are becoming increasingly more frequent and more expensive to deal with. We saw Tennessee and North Carolina last week. I've developed a portable AI network that enables the use of machine learning models in offline and network congested situations. So during major disasters, when we're out in the field looking for people, we can leverage these really nice modern pieces of technology with very little overhead. Currently, we can consume a stream from a drone and process it and turn it into some real-time insights, being able to do object detection and recognition. We have plans for being able to do bone identification and other very specialized tasks that we spend hours training on right now. We're in the very early stages of development. We have, like I said, a lab prototype. We're looking for angel investors, and I'm looking for machine learning specialists mainly. But I'm happy to answer any questions. We're kind of in stealth right now, so I don't want to give too much away, but if you want to talk, find me afterwards.
There was one more? Yeah, yes, sir.
Thanks. Hey, everyone. My name's Amaya. This is my first meeting here, so glad to be here. I'm a co-founder with my wife, who's unfortunately not here. She's at a gym session. I found a way to get out of it. But we built an app called Naya Chef, and it's basically a recipe app. And the way it came about was both me and my wife are immigrants. My parents live in California, but hers are in India. And so whenever we wanted to make some kind of cuisine or dish that her mom used to make or dad used to make back home, we'd have to work with the whole time difference and then jump on a call and then talk to them. And then she would kind of note it down and everything. And then that way we'd have that recipe for that time being. And if we ever tried to find that recipe online, we couldn't find it because this is very like a homemade family style recipe that you won't find usually online. And so we decided, hey, let's create an app where her mom can easily upload recipes. And the problem was there's plenty of apps out there that do this, you know, a lot of recipe apps. But a lot of them require a lot of ingredients and things that you got to put in, like required fields, which made it a pain for her parents to use. And they were like, oh my God, like this is just too much. I don't want to spend all this time. I'll just call you. And so what we did was we decided, hey, let's make this a very simple app that they don't need to put in too many fields. They can pick and choose what they want. And we understood that, hey, you know what? This recipe might not be fully detailed as people would like, but at least it gets it out there. And so that's kind of the whole point in Naya Chef, which is we want to have these homemade recipes that you would only find from within your family and just get it out there from people who might not be so tech savvy, like older parents, grandparents, who don't want to put in that time. And so we just launched. We're still trying to kind of get some traction, see where the market fit is. We're both on iOS and Android. And yeah, that's kind of my little short pitch. By the way, first pitch I've made ever for this. So hope it was okay. Any questions? Yeah, go ahead. So one of the things that we're doing was we saw that on Instagram, so many people have these pages where they post up their own recipes, like very like unique, kind of like snacky recipes, things like that that don't take a lot of time. But I don't know if you guys have ever tried following a recipe on Instagram. It's pretty annoying with the whole video, and then you got to constantly be scrolling back. So we figured, you know what, let's try to reach out to some of these creators who are already creating these recipes and ask them if they're willing to put it on our app as well, along with Instagram. And so that's just our initial foray. So right now we've just been reaching out to a bunch of creators on Instagram and trying to see if that strategy works. And other than that, we've just been reaching out to our family and friends and being like, hey, your mom makes this thing like really well. Can you ask her to put it on? Let us know how it is, how easy it was for her to use. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how else do you make it easy? You said like it's easy to put the recipes.
Yeah. So on our app, the only actual field that's required is the name of the recipe. So ingredients, you don't have to put in all the ingredients. You don't have to put in their measurements. Even the steps, you don't have to put in everything. Our goal was at this point is just get those out there. Like her mom, she doesn't put in any ingredients. The whole recipe is listed in the steps. But the point is, if we can get it at least in that stage, later we can enhance and probably introduce some Gen AI type deal where it can take in that information and split it out into the format that we need for a recipe app to actually display in a proper format. Cool, but love to talk to anyone after this if they're interested in knowing more. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Joe Young. I'm with Xpera House, and we are a TV application. It's an entertainment and streaming app for Airbnbs and boutique hotels. So you can picture yourself, you've checked into your Airbnb, on the TV, your name and lights. You've already previously booked an experience, say a private chef or a tour of Austin, a brewery tour. That's in there, that information. You can also stream on this device. And for hosts, it really is a way of bringing in multiple streams of revenue because we're tapping into brands, both from a programmatic advertising and also direct placements into the system. So now instead of, maybe they pay for cable or other services, they're actually earning money on those. And for brands, you're getting unprecedented access to Airbnbs and these boutique hotels to get products not only on the TV, but in-house product placement. How we need help? Lots of different ways. One, we need investors, and we have good traction with brands, but always looking for great products, great brands to partner with, and hosts. So it's kind of a balancing act between those three things, along with the technology. I'd like to say we're about 2 weeks away from testing our MVP. We'll see, fingers crossed. I'm a property manager here in Austin, so I manage about 20 homes, so we're gonna be testing in those homes. And when I said we have good traction, we have about 750 Airbnb properties lined up with agreements in place, and probably about a dozen brands that are in different stages, either signed in or working through the details. But lots of interest, lots of traction. Thank you. Yeah. Questions?
Anyone else? Oh.
What's up, guys? I think I'm gonna be the last one here. So I just moved to Austin like 3 weeks ago. I'm from Mexico, and I'm trying to practice my pitch here. I don't know if you guys mind if I read it. It's my first time like pitching it in English, so I just want to know if I can understand. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Can you feel me, please? I mean, I'm gonna read it, but I just want to hear my accent. Yeah. 200 pesos is okay. So, starting a new business or taking yours to the next level can be overwhelming. At Boogie Creative Studio, we make it simple for you. With over 8 years of experience working with over 200 companies from startups to global brands, we know what it takes to build a brand that stands out and connects. We will turn your ideas into powerful strategies offering website development, branding, and social media solutions that drive growth. Whether you're looking to launch, rebrand, or level up, we will guide you with creativity, strategy, right? And proven results. In Boogie Creative Studio, we make brands stand out. That's my pitch. So basically, I've been the last 10 years of my life building a top tier team in Mexico. As as you know, services there are cheaper, but it doesn't mean are not at the same level as the US. So I encourage you, please, to look at my website is boogiecreativestudio.com, and you can see the type of websites we do. You can see the type of TV commercials we do, the type of brandings we do. And I came here to the US because one US brand found us in Mexico. It's called Mary Kay. I don't know if you guys know it. It's like a makeup thing. And they told me, hey, you guys are a hidden gem. You should go to the US. So now I'm here. And of course, I'm not going to charge you the same as Mary Kay. I know you guys all are starting and everything. So yeah, I mean, if we close anything today or tonight or this week or this month or anything, I'm sure I'm going to make a great deal to you all. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you. Yes. It's Boogie, like the dance, boogiecreativestudio.com. We created that website in 6 months, and it's around $5K US dollars. So that's the price I'm charging in Mexico, and that's the price I'm charging here maybe for the next year or so, just to start. Boogie Creative Studio. Thank you.
So one final sweep, anyone? Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. So I have developed an app that develops apps. Okay, so from speaking to it, you don't need a developer, you don't have to give specifications, but you can speak to it and it will produce websites, mobile apps, and logic apps. We are in beta. We launched like about a couple of weeks ago, and I need beta testers and I need input. It's called Tiramai, Tiramai. It's available both in the App Store and Android Store. Any questions?
What's the name again?
Tiram AI. TIRAM.ai is the website. If you searched on the App Store, it's just one word. Uh-huh. Yeah.
What are some of the problems you guys are having when you're generating apps?
Problems? Okay, first thing is choosing the output. Like it actually generates code that you can give your developers to take it and run with it. The thing is initially figuring out which stack actually we are using in the back completely Gen AI, and figuring out which Gen AI model gives us the most output, and figuring out what's how do I merge a bunch of those things together, along with taking the templates from the past, along with our previous expertise in building these applications for like 20 years, putting all of that together and managing the state management and all of that. Like it builds the APIs, it builds the UI, it builds the database, it deploys them. So we have the initial version of it. We are making progress every single week. So I need beta customers and input on how to make it better. But you can just talk to it. It allows you to create the idea, refine it on the fly, identifies your user personas and user stories, and you can refine it to the level you want, and then you can send it for generation. Usually about 30 minutes to 2 hours, you will get the app back. All right. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
I got two questions, actually. One of those is, what stack does it output? And two is, can you iterate on that?
Yeah. So you can regenerate as many times until you go live. You can definitely iterate on the output. And the stack is for the front end, it's purely HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript. For the back end, we are using Firestore as the database, and it uses the API on the Firestore for auth and everything else. And for the logic apps, right now, it's in C# minimal API because that's the fastest we could get the container apps to run on. That will change because I'm talking to Google, but that is going to be next 6 to 12 weeks out to change the cloud apps. But these things, the code base currently just sits inside a cloud store. We can move it to GitHub if you need. Okay. No, thank you. Thanks for listening.
All righty. So, when great. Oh, yeah. We'll take one more then. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Everyone's like on their phones and ready to go home, but I'm going to take 30 seconds. Hi, guys. I am Nabiha. I am a recent Rice graduate who's worked at 4 startups, one of which recently was acquired and had a successful exit. My second most recent startup was a company out of Stanford University that I worked for 9 months before I resigned to start my own because I started a class project that kind of went off the charts. So I'm here because I wrapped up my startup about 2 months ago. We started a friendship matchmaking service in Houston for only women. And we had about 400 women come to our events and made over $10,000 in revenue as full-time college students, which is like tiny numbers compared to some of y'all, but it was like one of my biggest accomplishments, okay? And I also had an opportunity to pitch to a bunch of VCs and people who were once on Shark Tank. So I would like to think that I am very hungry for an opportunity where I can help a development team. I do UI UX designing and web development. And I really, really want to contribute to a team that is hungry to actually make money in the very near future, because I realized from running my own startup and working for other startups that you have to start making money, like fast. And that means really, 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 really listening to what the users actually want. So when I was at Rice, I specialized in usability and customer research, and that's kind of what all of my roles have been. So if you are looking for someone who is going to help you ship an MVP, my startup was ran off of Google Sheets and Gmail. That's how you made $10,000. So if you're ready to like actually make progress and get the ball rolling, I would love to contribute to your team. So thank you so much. Please talk to me. This is what I look like, by the way. So yeah, thank you.
I'll talk to you.
Hi, my name is Michael. This is my co-founder, Micah, over here, and we are in the very, very early stages of starting a new dating app. So you're probably looking around like, fuck, there's a lot of dating apps already, so what makes yours different? Who out here, just a quick survey, thinks that the current options are not great or they kind of suck, like online dating in general? Okay, we have one. Who's tried online dating, like a Tinder or Bumble? Have you seen success with it? Like, or do you just swipe and then meet? You never meet people. So the idea is that we're kind of taking the swiping out of the app, right? So, you know, all dating apps have some kind of swipe or algorithm that, you know, will recommend people to you based on your profile and your pictures and how funny you are and how well you can take a picture and look great in certain lighting. So that's kind of the point of it. It's more for substantive daters that are looking for something a little bit more serious, a little bit more that is closer to IRL, which is also the name of the company. So we're kind of hoping to get people a little bit closer to actually making those connections in real life using, there's no swiping. So I'll say, we'll stop there. We won't tell you exactly how it works yet, but yeah, we are very, very new to this. Both of us kind of come from a marketing background. Micah works in the government services. I am ex-TikTok, ex-Dell, ex-oil and gas. So yeah, this is kind of a first for both of us. So we're super excited to be starting this journey. This is our first meetup here. And yeah, basically what we're looking for is definitely someone who is kind of in the dev space or some kind of, has worked on technical apps before, because that is not so much either of our backgrounds. My background is making things look pretty and talking nice. So that's what we plan to do with IRL. So we'll see how that goes. But we're really hoping to bring a better solution out there to, a market that is heavily saturated, but also they all kind of do the same thing at this point. So that's kind of the goal. Any questions? Sure.
Less a question, more something for you to think about. My honest assessment of the dating app marketplace is that they aren't financially incentivized to match people up in legitimate ways. That means removing paying customers for their code base, which I don't know a single company wants to do that. So how, I guess, maybe for something for you to ponder, but how do you plan on escaping that inevitable trap?
By being decent humans, maybe. That's kind of the idea. So the idea, definitely, that is a huge thing with dating apps. That they want to keep you on their apps. They want to keep you on your algorithm. Even Hinge will kind of, they market and say designed to be deleted. But yeah, that is if we make money at this, amazing. But we'll see how that goes. Honestly, any other questions? All right, thank you.
All right, so I think we have had some wonderful companies come and talk about what they're doing, and then also quite a few people that came here and told what they're looking for. So I hope you all made some mental note of what those people were asking for, who they're looking for, and if you all have anyone in your network that has that expertise, or anyone in your network that can help them achieve their goals, please do consider spreading that word. And also for the apps and products and services that people have talked about here, as I said, the best way we can help them is to spread the word or use them ourselves and give them some feedback. And even if we don't like that, just give them some feedback so we can, they can improve on their products, or maybe pivot to a different, different way of doing things. So yeah, do make a note of all those apps or products or services and requests, and spread the word when you get a chance to go home and relax. Now we will do one last thing before we close for today. Anyone looking for? I know there's some people that came here and asked for specific help in product or sales or marketing, but for those that are not, that haven't come here and asked for that, is there anyone looking for hiring people? Are you looking for hiring anyone? Product manager last time, I think. Done? Awesome. Great job. Anyone else? Yes, sir. What are you looking for? Or who are you hiring?
DevOps engineer, but basically in technical engineering applications work. So computer science, networking, containment, system orchestration like Red Hat, Ansible, OpenShift skills.
All right, if you know anyone with that skill set, yeah, do connect with Don. Awesome. Anyone else? All right, so who here has expertise in, let's say, full stack development and looking to partner with someone or helping someone, or looking for a job? Okay, so there's a few. So just make a note of those people so you can go and talk to them. All right, who has, let's say, marketing experience that are willing to help? Okay, there's 1, 2. I'm sorry? Oh, okay, awesome. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, sir. Thank you. And who here has sales experience that are willing to help? There's a few there. You're here. Awesome. And then who here has operations experience, willing to help others? Oh, there's 1, 2. All right. And 3. Awesome. And let's see, is there any other skill anyone is looking for that is not represented in those broad categories that I just talked about? Maybe not? Okay. All right. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's event. And as I said, make a note of all the people that have come here and raise their hands or asked about a few things. We have plenty of time to go and network. I mean, we have the room till 9 o'clock, but then I know people can still go into the lobby and talk there. I think there's some event going on there, so if you see that there's not much space there, yeah, you're free to talk here until maybe 8:30. We'll start closing out. All right. Thank you all for coming today, and I hope you all enjoyed the event, and you all have a wonderful rest. Oh yeah, so for parking validation, for those that parked in the basement, in the parking spots, just come to me and I can give you the parking validations. Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Enjoy.